with a feeling of completion inside of you, then you are not surrounding yourself with chaos, but seeing through all chaotic situations in your outer reality, as you manifest your outer reality. Whether you are aware of it or not, how you reflect your own awareness in your energy field is projected into your outer existence, which in turn alters how you feel, and how you are giving emotional energy to those around you. Such an awakened presence is then where you are accepting more with who I am as your Commander Ashtar, of who we are of the angelic realms, of the Galactic Federation of Light to manifest only the highest order of light. With connections that are always fulfilling, then you are seeing the gloriousness of many of you as our ground crew to keep upholding the light with your glorious creations. Such beauty then allows you to keep a steady rise in your ascension process, in rising more of your vibrations into the cosmos, into a connection that is real, that is true, that is connected to who you are as the light. Seeing this unity is in seeing a natural balance that has existed on this planet since your incarnations from our star systems, and you knew that you needed to rise your vibrations to rise out of duality. Even in being visitors on this world, many of you have already encountered much pain, much disharmony, much havoc, and have been able to release large amounts of this by detaching from who you are to be the mind, to be pure consciousness. Sure, those that are stuck in duality will say with ego, but I try not to have an ego, I need the mind though. What's the difference? I thought that I didn't really have an ego. Are you saying that I have a big ego? I don't get it. That is the insanity of the mind, which exists in permanent confusion, and until such souls awaken, they will keep talking in such a way, and without detachment from such a voice, will never ascend. Those that are ascending are staying strong for our light team, in who we are of the Galactic Federation of Light, of your angelic guardians to then keep leading the way for the new earth. You notice when you talk about the new earth, those that are stuck in duality, meaning have not risen their vibrations beyond ego will say, you mean the new world order? Yes, I know all about it, not going to happen though, and you see the confusion of the ego. The ego is conditioned to be in fear, to be unaware of ascension, of the reality of being immortal in the physical, of this being the next phase of evolution for those of humanity that are rising their vibrations into more source. When enough stillness is not realized, then the soul stays in the feeling that material gain is the main motivation for such creations, and that is never the case at all, as no money systems exist in our galactic star systems. Sure, there are those that will say with the 3D mind, but you see, I can't seem to get it. I don't trust GFOL, be cautious, they promised you stuff before, did it happen? No. Use your mind, don't let them dumb you down, use your guns, do you want to get killed by some psychopath? You see those that are leading the fear movement will keep talking crazy, and keep getting more souls to be controlled by the same ego voice, that exists in fear, that exists in a state of consistent what-if scenarios. What is only now inside of you is all that matters, and sure, it takes a lot of commitment on your part to rise out of duality, and those that are not detaching from the mind are setting themselves up for more reincarnation cycles. In talking about immortality in the physical, you will see how many educators that you know will tell you with ego, but that is fiction. People die every day, you were born, you will die, just accept it. No one knows what happens after you die. Many will try and say so, but unless you died before, you don't know, and all those on the earth have not died before. This is the limited reality of the 3D mind conditioning by the cabal, which has the majority of humanity going away from their intuition, and instead to trust the conditioning of deception. All ascended masters incarnated on this planet have had previous lifetimes on the earth, have died many times before, and those of you aware of this often have parallel realities of such lifetimes now. Those unaware of this will often say with ego, "But do you remember your past lives?" I don't think that you do. You see the uselessness of the ego, which often talks about remembrance rather than knowing, and experience, which is an error in consciousness. With each new lifetime, the lives before in reincarnation cycles are wiped clean, while there are energy portals that allow you to have access to certain information, and as you rise in your frequencies through more light work, then these experiences come back into your awareness. You notice not saying memory, but awareness, which is not focused on mind conditioning, which, in making no mistake about it, most of humanity under mind control are taught that this is the only lifetime, and there are no ones that have been experienced before. Similar to telling everyone that the world was flat, and if you talked about it being round, you were looked at with ego, and told, "What the hell is your problem? Round? Are you crazy?" All pioneers from the future are going to spread information from our Galactic Light team that is unique, that is top secret, and it is important to be aware that our starships are monitoring all of our ground crew daily. We as one galactic crew are also monitoring all of the many of the damaged areas that have caused much disruption to the surface of your world, including radiation that is poured into your oceans. Not just one ocean, but all oceans show high rates of radioactive damage. Our scout ships have been helping to clear out these in the basic ways of being, and until first contact, we are unable to perform a full clean up. It is from your own attention to reach higher levels of mastery that you have access to such information, that you are aware more of your multidimensional self. Being multidimensional comes with an awakened presence of knowing what is going on in your world, in being able to remote view yourselves on our starships, and see what you are physically doing. How you are monitoring this sector of the universe is non-stop. It is allowing you to see more that the power that is being given in upgrading your awareness to creating these messages have never been from mind, ego focus. No, if that was the case, you would never have such highly precise messages. You would not then be able to see that you are from the stars, but would just be confused until death. Those dying are able to reincarnate, and it is important to realize that large amounts of humans are dying daily, and this will continue until all those not ascending in this lifetime will eventually die. The ones that are ascending are not dying, but preparing to exit back into our starships in the physical, are preparing to go into inner Earth, are raising their vibrations consistently. Often you see that such information is about an inner knowing, as if you feel it is simple to create long ascension messages daily, and never miss a day. You will see how difficult it becomes with your choice to do so. It is never an easy task, it is very much a difficult one, and those that are dedicated enough to detach from all outer trauma, from having Earth family die, to being physically in pain, and to keep creating is strength. We stand in the unified nature. We are the angelic realms. We are the Galactic Federation of Light.